Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, the show the players watch. I'm Sam Ali. History was on the line at the Breslin Center on Saturday as the North Central Jets tried to make it back-to-back state titles in Class D. Norway's Connor Ortman is one of the best basketball players in the entire UP. This past season, he was an All-UP and All-Conference first-team selection. What makes all this more impressive is that he was born deaf in both ears. He was diagnosed at 2 years old and has to wear a cochlear implant during games. Despite that, Ortman will now be representing his city, his state, and his country at a special basketball tournament overseas. Now, this is definitely an outside-the-box hire for NMU, as Potulny has no ties to the Upper Peninsula or the state of Michigan, and that might be a much-needed breath of fresh air for the Wildcats hockey program. Female mixed martial arts has been soaring in popularity for the past 2 decades. That popularity has leaked into the Upper Peninsula, where one fighter is getting set for her first professional fight this weekend. Krasinski and Iron Mountain's Carson Wonders are the 2 lone UP natives in this year's class, and more will come if the UP's high school basketball renaissance continues. A recent study conducted by the NCAA says that just 1.5% of college football players make it to the National Football League. Some would look at those numbers and become discouraged, while others take the challenge on for a chance to chase their dreams.
Score! Marcus Tucker.
Last year, after a prolific career at Northern Michigan, wide receiver Marcus Tucker was signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers as he spent most of the season on the team's practice squad. The team signed him to a futures contract in January, and now he's back in town, getting ready for the upcoming NFL season.
I love the community here, man. I love the people. I love the whole atmosphere and the vibe of Marquette. The people are awesome. I'm still very close with a lot of teammates that I played with past, and some are still on the team. So it's just a blessing that I was able to come to a school where I can make lifelong connections.
Even in a time of political correctness, we hear the phrase, "you hit like a girl," fairly often. But here's the thing. What if that girl can knock you flat on your back? Girls playing high school football isn't as uncommon as you think, but one local girl wants to make sure she isn't the last.
My mom, she's like, "Oh, all right, you go ahead, play football if that's something you want to do." And my dad was, "Well, all right, I'm going to tell you, this is not like a sport that you've ever done before, so it's going to be hard. And they're gonna hit you hard because you're a girl." I am Maisie Nettleton, and I am an offensive and defensive lineman for the Superior Central football team.
When she was in 8th grade, Nettleton was involved in track, cross country, and volleyball. But her focus turned to playing football in high school, despite the fact that she had never played it before.
And so I was working with her, and she brought up the idea of potentially playing football. It's something you hear a lot, girls talk about coming out and playing, and I encouraged it, but at the same time, I just expected that I wanted to see her.
Go, 20 seconds.
This past season, Alita Johnson was well on her way to another successful year at Negaunee High School. That all changed on January 31st in a game at Gladstone.
Well, as soon as I hit the floor, I kind of, in my mind, I knew my season was over. I'd never felt anything like that. I could just kind of feel something tear, and then I just hobbled to the bench.
Now, just over 4 months later, Johnson is back in the gym looking to get back into shape.
Beginning of therapy was just getting mobility back, and once I had some mobility, they started strengthening, and now I have full mobility, and my strength is getting there. It's almost caught up to my other leg, so it's going to be about 3 more months. It's the lateral movements that really take time.
And her hard work caught the eye of Northern Michigan women's basketball coach Troy Matson, who offered her a spot on the team as a preferred walk-on. With early non-conference action all wrapped up, tonight the GLIAC regular season begins. The Walsh women's team, they're riding a 4-game win streak, averaging just under 70 points per game. Northern Michigan is 3-1 and looking to start conference play on a positive note at home. Let's jump to the fourth quarter. NMU up 7. Chloe Tompkins to Darby Youngstrom, who finds Jessica Schultz down low, and the freshman gets the bucket to go. Wildcats go up by 9. Later, NMU looking to add to their lead. Bree Gasparovich, she's as quick as a hiccup, folks. And she would have her way with the Cavs tonight. Off the wall smish later on. It's Gasparovich on the break, and the layup is good. She finished with a game-high 26 points, including 6 3-pointers. Late in the fourth, Cats trying to pull away. Taylor Hodell works inside the post, falls down, but Youngstrom is there to pick it up and clean it up. She had 15 points and 10 rebounds as the Wildcats get a big win over the Cavs, 68-51 the final score. To the men's game now, as the Wildcats look to match their female counterparts. Opening possession of the game, Brett Brandstrom with his back to the basket. He'll try a hook shot off the glass, and the former Mid-Penn Wolverine gets it to go for the first points of the game. Later, check out the lightning quick speed of Naba Eccles. The floater in the lane falls as the Wildcats keep pace with the Cavaliers. Moments later, Isaiah Johnson going one-on-one all the way to the hoop, and it's good. He finished with 14 points to try and keep NMU in this one, but the Cavaliers exploded in the second half as the Wildcats fall 97-77 the final score.